Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Book Notification Podcast, your go-to source for this week's new book releases. Today, we're looking at the week from May 25th to the 31st. With over 550 new books releasing this week, there is no way we can cover them all. Visit booknotification.com to explore the full list of this week's new books. You can also follow your favorite authors, so you'll be the first to know when their next book is available. As always, we have 10 books to highlight with a little something for everybody. Let's get into it. The Architect is a pulse-pounding new thriller by John Katzenbach. Shortly before her final architecture exams, Sloane Connolly receives a strange note from her estranged mother, and soon discovers that she has disappeared. After authorities conclude the case may be a suicide, Sloane becomes involved in a secretive commission to design a memorial connected to 6 seemingly unrelated people. As she investigates their lives across multiple cities, the connections she uncovers begin to intersect with her own family history, drawing her into a deeper mystery surrounding her mother's disappearance and long-buried secrets. The Architect will be released on May 26th. The Billionaire's Charity is a new romance by Lucille Byrne. A nurse working at an underfunded community clinic unexpectedly attracts the attention of Wesleyan Sterling, a wealthy philanthropist and influential figure in New York's competitive charity world, after speaking candidly to him at a gala. Soon, Wesleyan becomes increasingly involved in both the clinic's future and her personal life, offering financial support while confronting rivals who threaten the organization. As his influence grows, she must weigh the benefits of his help against the risks his attention poses to her independence and reputation. The Billionaire's Charity will be released on May 31st. Alchemy and Allegories is the first in a new small-town paranormal cozy mystery series. After moving to the small town of Graymore Glen for a quieter life, a woman hoping for a fresh start creates a new book club to settle into the community. Her plans are disrupted when the organizer of a rival club is found dead outside the local library, with her becoming the person who discovers the body. As suspicion and town gossip grow, she begins investigating the victim's many conflicts and enemies, despite warnings not to use her magical abilities. Accompanied by her cat Rover, she sets out to uncover the truth behind the murder. Alchemy and Allegories will be released on May 27th. Fire Hollow Nightmares is a new collection from Michelle Powers. At Shallow Lake Campground, a popular summer destination with isolated trails and strict rules, a group of young campers decides to ignore warnings about a place called Fire Hollow. What begins as a night of partying quickly turns unsettling when they encounter strange signs in the woods, including unexplained smoke and footprints. As fear grows, they discover that the campground's history may hide something dangerous that still lingers in the area. Fire Hollow Nightmares will be released on May 30th. One Last Thing is a heartfelt mother-daughter family drama from Katy Birchall. After the death of her father, Megan travels to the south of France to fulfill his final wish of scattering his ashes in a place he loved. To her surprise, her estranged mother Dawn arrives for the same reason, following instructions left by Henry despite years of separation and silence between them. Forced to spend time together on an emotionally charged trip, the two women must confront unresolved hurt, family history, and the possibility of reconciliation. One Last Thing will be released on May 28th. Sapphire Island is a novel of suspense by Creston Mapes. Pastor Nick Landstrom comes to Florida's Sapphire Island, hoping to rebuild his life after a personal loss, while artist Rhonda Weathers arrives seeking a fresh start following her divorce. Beneath the island's wealthy and picturesque exterior, both begin to notice troubling patterns tied to the influence of powerful businessman Arnold Thornberry III, whose control over the community extends far beyond business. As Nick and Rhonda uncover hidden connections involving a runaway girl and suspicious local systems, they realize that challenging the island's power structure may place them in serious danger. Sapphire Island will be released on May 25th. 7 Days is the first in a new series by Mike Kraus. After a sudden global catastrophe causes the power grid to fail, auto worker Chris Olsen is stranded in Detroit and must find a way to return to his family home in rural Michigan. Meanwhile, his wife Izzy and their children struggle to survive as fear and instability spread through their community. Focusing on the day-to-day realities of ordinary people facing a collapsing society, the story follows the family's efforts to endure uncertainty, resource shortages, and growing tensions in the immediate aftermath of disaster. 7 Days will be released on May 29th. Ghalen is the latest novel by Penn and Edgar Award-winning author Walter Mosley. The novel follows Ghalen, a gifted young black man shaped by the contrasting influences of his parents, a highly accomplished scientist mother driven by family expectations, and a compassionate, unconventional father who works as a cook. Beginning with the unlikely romance between his parents, the story traces Galen's growth into adulthood as he navigates relationships, identity, and the complexities of the world around him. Through the experiences of Ghalen and those connected to him, the narrative explores lives and perspectives that are often overlooked, including those of neurodivergent individuals, immigrants, and incarcerated people. Ghalen will be released on May 26th. Love That Lasts is the first in a new Christian romance series by Valerie M. Bodden. Clay Christensen has settled into a quiet life running his family's lodge on Lake Superior and caring for the teenage boy he has raised as his own. His routine is disrupted when an accident brings him face to face with Addison, the woman he loved years earlier and has not fully forgotten. Recently returned to their hometown after a painful divorce and struggles with her son and her faith, Addison only wants stability, not renewed emotional complications. As their sons become friends and unresolved feelings resurface, Clay and Addison are forced to confront the choices and beliefs that separated them years before. Love That Lasts will be released on May 28th. Finally, we have Babylon, South Dakota by Tom Lin. After emigrating from China to claim a homestead in South Dakota, Saul Kang and his wife Mei Li build a life through farming chrysanthemums and raising a family. Their world changes when the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers acquires part of their land to construct a missile silo, introducing unsettling and unexplained phenomena into their lives. As the years pass, the family experiences strange abilities, transformations within the natural world, and the lasting effects of the military project across multiple generations. Through the family's story, the novel explores immigration, power, environmental change, and the long-term consequences of political and personal decisions. Babylon, South Dakota will be released on May 26th.
That's our 10 books for this week. Until next time, you can check out booknotification.com. Book Notification offers an easy way to track your reading list, follow your favorite authors, and never miss a new release. Our website is completely free to use, and it's packed with features to make your reading life easier. You can follow your favorite authors and get notified whenever they release new books. We send out an email every Tuesday with a list of fresh releases from the authors you love, but that's not all. You can track your reading progress, mark books as read, rate and review them, and even import your data from Goodreads, Calibre, Libby, and more. Want to discover something new? Check out Reader's Roulette for book recommendations, or use our personalized book release calendar to stay up to date with the latest titles. You can even tag books with custom labels, just like on Goodreads shelves, and get tailored recommendations for what to read next based on your current book. Whether you're looking for books in publication or want to see them listed in chronological order, we've got it covered. Plus, all of our authors are audited by real people, so you know the information is accurate. So why not give it a try and join the thousands of readers already using our site to stay on top of their reading game. Thank you for listening, and I'll be back next week with another 10 books.